I wanted to start the show off by talking about something that I think has been talked about a lot by people in New England. Of course, with three of us being from Massachusetts and one of us being from New York and passionately hating New England sports. And of course, me being and growing up 10 minutes from Gillette Stadium, I could safe say that three of us are crazy diehard Patriots fans and have been talking about and thinking about Tom Brady pretty much every day since the season ended.
Well, it's
Of
kind of hard
course,
to avoid it.
it is kind of hard to avoid it, considering it's on every sports website, every
Sports show. Yep.
sports talk show, sports
Yep.
radio, sports TV, Twitter, Instagram. Tom's posting stuff. The Bucks are posting stuff. The Patriots are posting stuff on Bill's behalf, which has never happened before, but
Yeah,
that's
really.
fine. But the one thing I feel like gets avoided and lost in all this is the fact that, yes, Tom Brady's going to Tampa Bay, and they have all these crazy weapons, and Tampa Bay is a great place for Tom Brady to be. And I feel like it's just now people are starting to discuss, well, Tom is in a new place. How do you actually think Tom's going to do? First of all, what kind of numbers is he going to put up? Because he does have some crazy weapons, but also, is Tampa Bay ready to win big-time games? Does Tampa Bay become the favorite in the NFC South now? Do the Bucks become a heavy NFC favorite to go to the Super Bowl potentially? Sean, let's start with you. What do you see in Brady's immediate future with Tampa?
Well, they're definitely going to be a lot better than they were last year. I can tell you that much. There won't be a 30-30 season going on in Tampa this year. At least I hope there isn't. I think Tampa's definitely improved a lot, but I think it's way too early to say that they're the favorites to win the South. You still got New Orleans and Drew Brees, who's still down there, and you still got Michael Thomas on the Saints and all those guys. So I think at least Tampa might make the postseason, or they'll definitely make a run, but I think it's a little too early to say they'll be the favorites.
And I agree. And you mentioned the New Orleans Saints and what the New Orleans Saints have, but you also can't forget about the Atlanta Falcons too.
Yeah, exactly. Matt Ryan
and Julio Jones are still there.
Yep.
Greenblatt, what about you?
I think they're good. I mean, they have a great wide receiver core, and the NFC South is now a tough division. It's a tough division, in my opinion.
Matt?
I think if anything is going to make things a little bit more fun. I mean, one of my biggest complaints ever about the New England Patriots is that it always made football kind of boring. To get some like real stir up in, I think, all the divisions now, this is like a huge shift. I think it's going to be really interesting to watch.
Okay, it pains me to say this being from New England, but it being where I am in the heart of Patriots country. But I almost agree with you that it's like, wow, we've had the exact same meal on our plate for the last 20 years. We've had the exact same program going into the season that we have for the last 20 years. And it's not just Tom Brady, but even with it's the offense in its entirety. Because even though we've swapped in offensive coordinators and different quarterbacks coaches, we started out with Charlie Weiss, and we go to Josh McDaniels, then we get Billy O, then we go back to Josh McDaniels. It's been more or less the same offense this entire time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm very interested to see how it all plays out, but I also want to see what Tom can do with another system. And I think that's what's gonna be the biggest question is, can Tom get it done in a tougher division? Because there's absolutely no doubt that the NFC South is tougher than the AFC East. You're talking about questionably two Hall of Fame quarterbacks. One's a no-brainer. One's I think Matt Ryan has a solid chance.
Yeah.
And Carolina has a strong team. They have a new young head coach, and they have Teddy Bridgewater, who I like more than Cam.
Oh, yeah.
So I think Tom has a lot of things going for him, on top of the fact that I think it's a well-run organization that just couldn't get the quarterback right. You know what I mean? This is a good team that's traditionally had Brad Johnson, Jeff Garcia, Josh Freeman, and Jameis Winston. And I'm blanking on who they had in the mid-2000s. They had Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I was about to say, yeah, Fitzpatrick
When
played
over the past 20 years, your best quarterback has been Ryan Fitzpatrick, I think you have something wrong. And I think that something wrong is what Tom Brady's going to come in and fix. And it's a culture thing.